Boyd and Gooner in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before starting the video, I would really like to say a big shout out to Lawson Gabriel for thanks for subscribing to my channel, and most importantly, I would really like to give you a shout out to Carrie. Carrie, happy birthday! And Lawson Gabriel, I hope you won't be disappointed with my content in the future. But cheers, Carrie, happy birthday, and congratulations, Gabriel. Moving on, the first news: Arsenal and Borussia Dortmund are leading the chase for Bayer Leverkusen's Musa Diaby. Well, he's quick, he's fast, and he's definitely going to be a very good future prospect, and he won't cost much initially right now. Well, moving on, Atletico Madrid are big admirers of Alexandre Lacazette, and he is one of the players they are most interested in as they bid to reinforce their attacking options for next season. Well, Atletico Madrid are not in a good economic state to make big signings, and Arsenal are considering taking Thomas Lemar in a swap deal. Arsenal are interested in the player, so there could be an understanding between the two clubs. But I would take Partey in exchange. I think because they've got a lot of midfielders through their ranks, so I think they could part away with Thomas Partey. Well, moving on, Granit Xhaka has spoken about on the possibility of Aubameyang leaving. He says if that were to happen, it would of course be a great loss for the team and the club. More on it in the further part of the video. Granit Xhaka has spoken about Mesut Ozil. We all know what he did. Gael Clichy has spoken about Abu Dhabi. He says, I think that first injury when he broke his leg changed his career because he was, without joke, one of the best players I've ever played with. That's completely true. After that injury, he wasn't the player anymore. Moving on, Ian Wright has spoken about Mikel Arteta. He says, if we are looking at somebody as a coach with ambition and drive and determination, then without a shadow of a doubt, we've got the right person. I think you can see that with the intensity, the energy, and the passion that the players have got. Well, let's see. I just want to see the Premier League to start, and let's see what happens in the remaining games for Arsenal. I'm really stoked to see Mikel Arteta try to give us an idea of how beating Manchester City looks like. Well, moving on. The Premier League's big return to training has been hampered by sticky balls. Well, all 20 top flight clubs have now resumed work in strictly controlled sessions as part of the Project Restart, aiming to complete the season, but the coating of disinfectant being smeared on all the balls has reacted in the scorching temperatures across the country, causing the surface to become tacky. Some players have complained that they are now running slowly on the already dry grass in the few ball drills they are able to enjoy in phase one of the training program. Well, it has been learned that how just 2 days into the new regime stars are claiming they are pointless and ludicrous. They claim the sessions are not fit for purpose to help them build up match fitness ahead of the planned return to action next month. Well, let's see how that will turn out for Arsenal. Arsenal are planning a £25 million summer raid for Borussia Dortmund defender Manuel Akanji after renewing talks for him in January. Well, it has been alleged that Arsenal officials held concrete discussions with their Dortmund counterparts ahead earlier this year. Borussia are said to have blocked the Swiss international's departure after losing fellow central defender Abdou Diallo to Paris Saint-Germain, but Arsenal are understood to have contacted Dortmund once more earlier this year to discuss a possible summer move. Well, about when I actually said about Granit Xhaka is fearful of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang leaving this summer. He says if that were to happen, it would of course be a great loss for the club and the team. After a roller coaster ride, it sounds like he's settled in for the long term at the Emirates. He puts that down to the new coach's influence. Arteta convinced me of his ideas and his philosophy for the number 6 position and showed me a lot of appreciation. I'm glad that I could pay him back for his trust, and I hope for the future that we can still make it into the Champions League and finally play in the international top league again. Well, moving on, the government has announced a renewal task force to help sport return with ex-England footballer Alex Scott on board. Cultural Secretary Olivier Dowden wants advice on how to get sport back safely in a way that works for both clubs, players, and supporters alike. Well, amid the gradual easing of the COVID-19 lockdown, he said that the government are looking for new and different ways to get industries back up and running. He says finding creative, COVID-free ways to navigate coronavirus is the biggest challenge for our recreation and leisure sectors right now. But he confirmed that the government are looking at a gradual process rather than a sudden return and insisted that safety concerns will remain the priority. Arsene Wenger has called for the January transfer window to be axed as out of favor players give up. Well, the Frenchman actually, who is now FIFA's head of global development, has suggested changes to the game in the wake of the coronavirus crisis. He says, I am for the abolition of the January transfer window. Managers don't deal with this second window well. In October, as soon as a player does not play anymore, he tries to find a solution elsewhere and waits for January to leave. He is no longer mobilized. He gives up. That's a very good, very deep explanation about it, but I still won't believe that that is about to happen or not. But moving on, Neil Ruddock revealed he's had a pacemaker fitted after his explosive row with Paul Mason. He says uh, that Mason says actually that Ruddock's drinking was out of control on the popular TV show, with the ex-Liverpool star lashing out angrily in response. They kissed and made up later during a tearful talk where Ruddock apologized for his behavior. Well, also Mason, the ex-footy star, actually has now thanked Merson for his intervention, admitting he was in a bad way. Ruddock has also revealed he has since been fitted with a pacemaker and praised Merson for having the balls to stand up and tell the truth to his face. Ruddock said, we're a lover stiff, and I know the way you are, you'd be sitting back going, oh, I shouldn't have done anything. But looking back, I want to thank you for pulling me up and having a go at me. Since the dust has settled, I've realized you did it because you care. You care about me. I admire you for having the balls to do it. Not many people would have had the balls to do it. Well, these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed it whenever it came your way. All the views and news and everything about Arsenal comes on this platform every single day, twice. So, if you guys believe in me, if you guys believe in this content, please subscribe and hit that bell icon because when I do that, you get two videos about Arsenal every single day. And most importantly, if you guys can help me reach 5,000 subscribers as soon as possible, that would be a big ask because this channel needs to blow up in terms of followers, subscribers, and definitely a lot of audience. I will see you in my next video. Until then, cheers, and don't forget to subscribe.